We are beautifully, melanated.
You've seen Melanated podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Sarah, and I'm here with my co-hosts.
Hi, I'm Karen.
And I'm Kay. Welcome to this episode. It is the final in the series, The Soundtrack to Our Lives. Before we get into it, though, we're going to do What in the World? So, ladies, what caught my eye this week? I saw a tweet that said, you can now visit the Queen's grave for £26.50 or £28.50 on Saturday. Yeah, sorry, you're laughing already. Like, what in the what?
Oh my God.
To pay to visit her grave? Didn't she just get back? Do you know what? Take it away, ladies. What are your thoughts on this? Because
I can't believe this. This is just ridiculous. It's like the Queen's grave's become like an amusement kind of what's the word? just like just something to be profited from.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I think I don't know. I just think it's laughable and it's bordering on ridiculous. Okay, so I don't right now. I don't know what I can say about it. I'm just in shock.
I think there'll be a lot of people who will pay to go and see her grave. Yeah, I think it will be very, very popular. Yeah. I think a lot of people are very patriotic. I think lots of people are royalists, and I think lots of people will go. Did you not see the queues?
Yeah.
Yep.
At when before she was buried, basically. That speaks volumes.
An exhibit, Karen. Why do you think the Queen's grave should, and it shouldn't be an exhibit, surely?
Oh no, I'm not agreeing. I'm not suggesting that it's a good thing. I'm just saying that I imagine there'll be a lot of people who will attend. They won't share, perhaps, our view, and they will attend. It will be well attended.
In a crisis, Karen. In a cost of living crisis.
Saturday
irrespective
prices as well.
Irrespective, yeah.
They'll go to London Aquarium and then they'll go to see the Queen's grave.
Seriously,
that's what it feels like. An old part of a Merlin ticket. It just seems ridiculous to me. I don't know. I just think. Yeah.
Would I pay to see it? No, I wouldn't. But I generally believe there'll be a lot of people who will not share my view and they will go.
Cemeteries are free. Your loved ones who are buried. Would you pay? Would you, if your loved one was famous and were buried, would you even charge people to come and commercialize it like that?
That's questionable, isn't it? The fact that they've done that. But this is England.
Her estate is worth billions. What will they use this money for? They get a sovereign grant for the family, so they never have to spend any of their money. And now they want to earn more by saying, come and visit her grave for £28.50 on Saturdays. This is the heights. I'm with you, Sarah. The ridiculousness is off the scale.
Yeah,
a wealthy family, I
don't know where the money will go, though. Will it go to them or will it?
Don't know.
Or is it like a government thing?
I'd like to know if it was going to a worthy cause. I knew that all the money was going to a worthy cause. Then fair enough. But surely, if it was going to go to a worthy cause, wouldn't they have said that to begin with in the first place? They'd be proud it was going to, I don't know, a homeless shelter or something. But it's not going to
be good.
And £28.50 is, I'm sure. And jokes aside, that was similar to what I paid for my ticket with my daughters to London Aquarium. Honestly, that's the kind of price we're looking at. It's £28, £27.50. So they're pricing it similar to another,
I think it is a similar sort of thing, though, isn't it? In years to come, it will be a tourist destination, won't it?
Yes, and that's not right. Yeah. That's terrible.
I imagine that's what it will become.
No.
So if you knew that the family were going to benefit from the proceeds of this London attraction, would you still go?
No.
If I gave you a free ticket, would you go?
No, I don't think I would even though. With a free ticket, I'm afraid.
The first time I saw Buckingham Palace was a couple of years ago when I was working in a school, and it was a school trip. It's the first time I'd ever seen it.
Right.
And I've lived in this country all my life. So if it were free, no. And if I had to pay, no.
Yeah.
Purely because it's just not my interest. I'm not particularly well, I'm not a royalist, and I'm not huge on the monarchy. I'm indifferent, really. I have no feelings either way, really. It's just not something that I'm particularly interested in, if I'm honest. So no, I wouldn't go.
Yeah, nor would I. It's tacky. It's unnecessary. I think it's actually quite obscene, given the state of the economy and how many people will not be able to properly heat their homes and eat this winter. It just feels grotesque.
I think it will be interesting to find out who profits from that. Will it go into public spending?
No, I don't think it will, Karen. I feel like it won't.
Oh, that's the shame.
We'll never see it.
Well, the new Princess of Wales went to a food bank with her two long hands, as you would say in Jamaica. They come with her two long hands. You're at a food bank and you bring your designer gear and you look, because they spent a lot of time talking about what she wore. And she was, saying it's a lifeline or something like that. And you are that wealthy and you didn't even write a check, cut a check, run no money. Why are you visiting a food bank then? What is this, poverty porn?
Yep.
That's interesting. So what was the purpose of her visit?
To be in Wales, and where they're not quite welcome, as I understand. So they went to Wales, and of all the places to go, you go to a food bank and you bring nothing.
Well, that's interesting. And you're right, it is ironic because I imagine she did turn up suited and booted, didn't she? She would have been most elegant in whatever designer.
Why go to a food bank? It's like, is it Camilla that did that dance? Who did that? Who was that royal? Someone went somewhere. Where did they go? Is it Caribbean? They went somewhere. They tried to dance or something. No, it wasn't her. Somebody of the royal family or parliament went to somewhere, either Caribbean or African country. They tried to do a traditional dance.
I remember that.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
And it was just awful. Like the local people were like, "Please don't do that again." So I wonder if it's kind of like that. If it's just not knowing, just pure ignorance, turning up at a food bank in designer gear, trying to do a local dance when you've got two left feet and look like an idiot. Like I
wonder if, sorry, Sarah, I wonder if her presence will raise its profile. Will it?
How? It's a food bank. It's not a business.
No, I mean no, what I'm saying is it will hurt for some people where there is a stigma attached to going to a food bank, asking for help. I'm not saying that it will. It's just it just.
Of all the people though, if you're going to a food bank, you're asking for help. Why would you want royalty or MPs or anybody like that turning up and smarming about in designer goods? That's terrible.
But I just wonder what the take on it was. So what was the reason? You know what I mean? Like what the purpose for her visit was? Because they usually, they attend these royal engagements, don't they? And there's usually a reason. They go to a school and, pretend that they care and all that sort of stuff. That's their job, though, isn't it? That is what they do. And I just wondered what the purpose of her visit was.
She's a new Princess of Wales, so they visited Wales.
Oh.
So to show whatever it was. But my God. No, man, you cannot turn up with your long hands and expect people who are not able to feed themselves to appreciate that you turned up. What are you, air? You're not oxygen. You just turn up. Karen, if I came to your house, Sarah, if I came to your house, right, and I said I was hungry, would you give me a little wave and say, "So nice to see you. Thank you for coming"? Or would you lift that pot lid and feed me?
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't know, what do they do? If you think about it, what do they? They don't give anything. I mean, But imagine her rocking up, right, with a plastic bag, tins of beans in her shopping trolley. She's not going to do that, is she?
No.
So whether the purse. Pardon?
Open her purse. Make a big fat
donation. Yeah. To be fair, I thought that's what she would have done, or there would have been some sort of talk of, I don't know, some charity event where she's raised money. I don't know,
right, something, not just turning up and going, hi. There must have been a purpose. You're right. Yeah, hi there.
Yeah.
This must be so. Because if she goes, this must be so hard for you, then that would be even worse. She started all that. Oh dear, what does this do here? And oh, you're so wonderful and patronising and all that kind of stuff. Did she do that?
I have to Google the purpose because I see it baffles us all. Why would you turn up with nothing? But I don't think there was a purpose. I don't know that there's any purpose much in what they do anyway, except arrive.
Yep.
So I think Meghan has done a few charitable things that I was in support of. So I think she went somewhere, an African country, and she sort of talked about the fact that lots of girls are unable to attend school because they don't have sanitary products.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I thought that was actually, because to be fair, prior to that, I hadn't really thought about that, really.
They were giving them much thought. I think they were giving them, there was a problem where people were providing sanitary products like we would use to people in rural villages, when actually they need ones made out of cloth so they can wash them.
Exactly.
And reuse them. Because if we give them ones like always, like we might use, then it was, I think they were getting, because they don't have a refuge system, do they, in certain places?
That's right.
It was becoming a problem because they couldn't put it anywhere.
Yeah,
stuff like incentives like that. I don't know if that was a Meghan thing, but I heard about that.
Yeah, it was a Meghan thing. But also her and Harry's foundation, Archie Well, their donations run in the millions. To the World Food Kitchen, to Centibel Charity, to online work to keep children safe online. So they actually use their platform to make a difference. They don't just turn up with their two long hands. I don't get that idea that my presence is enough to make hungry belly full.
Love that, Karen, I have to say. Well, that's what I questioned. I just assumed she would have gone there and there would have been a purpose to her visit, surely not just to sort of swan in. Yeah.
So then, therefore, as Sarah said, if the proceeds of visiting the grave was, it will go to local food banks, it will go to charities that support those who are vulnerable.
Excellent.
Then yes. But to just stand and look at the grave. Remember, it wasn't an open casket, so no, I'm not sure it's you in there anyway. So no, if you gave me a ticket for free, I wouldn't go, because what is the point? At this point, there is
that would be scandal. Can you imagine that? Absolute scandal. If she's buried somewhere else and her family are visiting and they've got an empty coffin and people visiting and pay, if they got found out and charging people for it, that would be horrific.
That's quite likely. Like when the coffin was sort of travelling, like Portia's like, Mum, that's empty, don't you? She's like,
she's not in there.
Yes.
Portia's like, Mum, do you think she's in there? Of course she's not in there, Mum. She's nowhere to be seen. They're just following around this empty coffin. That's what Portia said.
Wow. She's not even in there. And then they're going to put an empty coffin for people for you to pay for. That's awful. That's a scam then. If it's that point, that's a scam.
It is a scam. It is a scam. I've just looked at the article from People magazine, and the visit was, there was no real purpose to it. He said they went to Wales as soon as was practically possible, just a day after the royal mourning period ended. It was a particularly poignant visit. Those who knew the couple have likened their time there in the early years of their marriage to the time that the late Queen and Prince Philip enjoyed Malta. Those close to William and Kate also say Wales has a special place in the couple's hearts. And I'm sliding down. As Tuesday's visits took place, any plans for a large-scale investiture far from their minds. The couple is more interested in continuing to deepen their bonds with the Welsh people. Blah, blah, blah. They also plan to return to Wales before the end of the year. Nothing. She really did turn up with her two long hands. And and her husband can only speak a couple of words of Welsh. Now, you knew you was going to inherit. He was being dragged for this. You knew you would have inherited the Prince of Wales title, and you cannot speak Welsh, dude. 43 years preparing for this, and oh my gosh! So, yeah, we live in an alternate universe. That's what I'm going to say. If I could get away being so work shy and so rich, I'm taking it. Anyway, ladies, let me move on. This could be the podcast, but it is not. We are here to share our last 3 songs. So who would like to go first? I'm not quite ready. So Sarah, Karen, would you like to share what will be your 8th song? So we're doing 8, 9, 10 tonight.
Okay.
I'll jump in, guys, if you want then. So my 8th song would be Tidra Moses' Only You. And I spoke about it briefly last week, but I didn't kind of name it as a song. And I want to have that as my number 8 because it reminds me of when I met my partner, because we were in lockdown. It was the kind of time when we were all in our bubbles. And as I was on my own, my daughter, he was my support bubble. But when I got to know him, we were kind of just sitting around, nothing much going on. But I remember the Tidra Moses song was playing in the background. I had YouTube on or something. And I remember thinking it was just such a lovely song. And it kind of made me think about the possibility of me meeting somebody and actually being appreciated and being loved again. So yeah, Tidra Moses' Only You. It's definitely my number 8.
Sarah, are there any of the lyrics that you can share? Because I actually don't know the song.
I'm trying to think. Oh gosh, I can't think of. I'd have to look it up, Kay. I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
I can remember it's funny with that song because I can remember I can't take another breath. Oh, I can't remember but I can hear it in my head, the music, but not the words, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think it's how it makes me feel again. I think for me, music is definitely how it makes me feel. And doing this playlist for us each week has kind of made me realise that I am definitely a person that goes with how music makes me feel. And I just love this song. It just, is it romantic? Yeah, very. But it's also just so beautiful for the ears. You know, sometimes songs are just beautiful for the ears. And as I mentioned last week, I'm not a massive, huge Tidra Moses fan. I don't even know anything else she's ever done.
Yeah.
Karen actually saw Tidra Moses kind of randomly, I think, before she said live.
How fun.
But yeah, so my number 8 would be Tidra Moses' Only You.
Wonderful. The songs will be put on a playlist that we've spoken about, and it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. So those who are curious, go right over to our YouTube channel. Maybe not straight away, but they will be uploaded. So we've lost Karen, Sarah. So I'm going to go right ahead and share my number 8 till she joins.
Oh, hang on, she's back in, but
go for wonderful. It, Kate. So my number 8 is back to gospel. Balm in Gilead, Richard Smallwood. Now, I first heard this song one afternoon when I was having a nap. And you talked about how you feel when you hear the song rather than even the lyrics.
Yep.
So I was in that space between sleep and wake, and I just heard the most beautiful harmonies coming at me. And I thought, I need to hear more of this. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the soul. It felt like it was a language only my soul could understand. It is the most beautiful. Now, Smallwood is a gifted and talented and technical singer, songwriter, musician. But for me, that's probably one of the best songs he's ever written and performed, which is Singers. So whenever I'm feeling a bit, this is hard, I will put Balm in Gilead on. And it's just a sensory massage.
Do you listen to it with headphones on?
No, it has to be loud.
Okay.
I turned the sound bar on and it has to be cranked up because there's a lot of strings at the beginning. kind of like a classical sound. And then the vocals come in, which are somehow more beautiful than the strings. Yeah, takes me to a whole nother dimension. So, Karen, glad you're back. We've done our number 8. So, yeah, over to you.
Okay, so you've probably covered this, but just to reiterate, this is kind of like the now of our lives, right? So a couple of years ago, before lockdown, I discovered this young man. His name was Travis Green. And it became particularly helpful during lockdown because I really needed to dig deep. I found lockdown a really difficult time, as did, I think, half the world. And so listening to this song just uplifted my spirits, gave me hope. It's called Intentional. I always say that wrong for some reason. Yeah, so it's called Intentional by Travis Green, and it's a gospel song, but it's just really uplifting. It just makes me feel good when I hear that song. And interestingly, I joined a church. It was recommended by a friend, and it's one of those really huge evangelical churches. And what I loved about that church was that they have a really amazing band and singers, and and I do love to worship with song. And one day the choir and the music group played that song, and it was phenomenal. It almost sounded as good as the record. It was just so good. No, it was amazing. I was blown away. So that's what I think of. Yes, when I'm down, I need a bit of, I don't know, a pick me up. I put a bit of Travis Green on. Intentional. Good song.
I know that song. And yeah.
You like it?
Very uplifting. Oh, yes. that gets banged out in the car.
Yeah.
I look forward to listening. I don't know either of these songs, so I look forward to listening to them.
Yeah. It's interesting, Karen, that my number 8 and your number 8 both reflect what lifts us up when we're down.
Yes, I think.
And they're both gospel songs.
Yes. I think because we're thinking about now, and like I say, after lockdown, during lockdown, I really have needed to kind of, like I say, dig deep, is what I call it. And I guess, sort of, that's my go-to. I don't know if that's your kind of go-to, that sort of gospel. I don't know, it kind of grounds me.
My go-to.
Yeah, that's my good. Yeah, so that's possibly why. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Gospel music's beautiful. So I will listen to what you guys have selected, definitely.
And it was really difficult, actually, to choose. Yes, there were a couple on there that I could have. I'm just going to quickly mention Tamala Mann, Take Me to the King.
Oh, you should have heard me and Aaliyah earlier when we saw you. We went straight into the song, singing it in harmony.
Oh, see, that's another one.
Song.
It's just what I mean.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's another one that that's my go-to. On a Sunday, I'm in here and that's on full blast because, I don't know. For me, it just lifts my spirit. It gives me hope. It gives me, I don't know. It's just my feel good. That's just, like I say, it's my go-to. So I thought I'd get that one in there. It's an extra song. Sorry.
So this isn't on the list. It's a go-to song. Oh my goodness. I do have an 11. It's not an 11. But I'll come back to that. I know what you mean. There are some songs that are honorable mentions, yeah?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
So Sarah, number 9.
Number 9, again, I've got a couple, but I've just put Chris Brown Countdown. That's one of my favourite songs. And I like Lil Wayne Colours as well. And those two songs are just same kind of era again. We're in lockdown. We're having to dig deep. It moves on from my first song when it was kind of more the romance. So these two songs are quite sexy. And I think it was at a time when I was, I'd obviously met my partner, but I was discovering who I was as a woman again, sexually, I guess. So I like these songs because they kind of make me feel, that I don't know, just I can be sexy at 40, with my partner. It's possible. And I didn't know about that because I was in a 13-year relationship, obviously, and that had ended. And I was in lockdown. I just met somebody new. And yeah, it just made me feel like these things are possible. It was possibility for me. And, I'd been in my dressing gown and everything for so long. I just wanted to feel, sexy again, I guess. Chris Brown Countdown, Lil Wayne Colours, those two songs. Yeah.
Those two things say you're a woman.
Yeah.
I am a woman.
That's it. For myself as well. Because I was talking to you both during lockdown about, not just for a man, but to feel good in myself as well. Just to feel sexy myself, I guess. That's what's important. And I know you said, Karen, didn't you, about, when you said about using perfumes and body lotions and things to make you feel good.
Yes.
So, yeah.
My sensual side I had discovered. That's right. Yes. Very important.
Very important. Really, really important. So that kind of goes hand in hand with that song. But yeah, that is my number 9.
Right. My number 9 is I Rise, Etana. And it very much sums up where I am in my life today. I'm down and I'm hurting, but I've not died. That song, the lyrics. So a friend sent that to me, actually. I never heard it before because I didn't have that Etana album. But I've just got to share a couple of the lyrics for you guys. You know what I'm going through at the moment, so I think you'll get it.
Okay. I'm not familiar with this artist, actually.
Etana? Ooh.
No, not me.
She's Jamaican. You've got to hear her because her voice is, So what should I go for? Yeah. Some say it's a mystery how I still believe that in spite of all I've been through, I can still push the will. See, I have power. They can't see with their eyes. It's a little thing called fate that makes broken wings fly. I rise, though I'm hurting, but not broken. Down, but I won't die. I rise, soon I will reach the sky, and still I rise.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Listen to Etana. Her first album was stunning. I have it.
Etana. I've not even heard.
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have a look to see if I recognize her.
You might do from her picture. I think she is the partner of a very famous reggae singer. Now, who is it? Or was. I might be telling lies on the woman.
How are you spelling it?
Etana.
I've not heard of her.
I think I do recognize her.
Really? She came out a few years ago. Her first album is Everything.
I'll listen to it because maybe if I heard it, I might. I don't recognize her face, but
yeah, I'll have to listen to that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Looks really good. I love the lyrics.
So, Karen, what's your number 9?
Okay, so my number 9, again, a bit of a lockdown song, or coming out of. It's Family by Popcorn.
Oh,
Popcorn.
Yes. Popcorn.
I think popcorn's not quite right. It's popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yes, because my family, as I've said previously, are very, very important to me. We're really, really close. And it just said everything, really. Yeah, family. We play that at our family parties, get-togethers, the clean version. But yeah,
why? Oh, for the children?
Yeah, for the children. For the children. Yeah. But yeah, that song just it's just a good song that talks about, family love. Very important.
That was important, especially during lockdown, wasn't it, Karen? Because you were talking a lot about as your family are quite far away, about wanting. Do you remember that part of lockdown when we couldn't? Was it at Christmas we weren't allowed to visit family?
Oh my goodness!
The first ever lockdown. The second one was that people were like, I'm going to visit family, whatever. But the first one,
I went both times because my kids were like, Mum.
But you were miles away, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were like,
it was
what shall I do?
And I remember driving down the motorway, and it would have like these X's saying Tier 4, stay home, Tier 4.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, honestly, that haunts me because I was not going to spend Christmas without my family. Like, that just couldn't happen. The kids were like, Mum, look, let's just brave it. Let's just do it.
Right.
We're like, oh my gosh, but what if the police stop us?
Yeah,
what if the cameras? Yeah, we were terrified. But family was just so important. And I just think that my emotional well-being would have suffered immensely had I not gone. So, yeah,
I'm glad you went, Karen, because what went on in Downing Street?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, so it was really important for us. But yes, that was, memories. I think we're still feeling the repercussions, actually, of lockdown, to be honest.
Yeah, we are.
I think lots of young people are still struggling from that. So, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. The fallout is huge.
Yeah, I agree.
So, here we are. Drum roll. Number 10.
Number 10.
Sarah, over to you.
My number 10 is Sham, Ghetto Story.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my days.
One of my favourite songs.
This is my story.
Yeah. I love it. I don't have much more to say that I love it. It's inspirational. It makes me strive for the best version of myself. The lyrics are inspirational. I could play it on loop. In fact, I do play on loop sometimes. I just love it. It's got to be played loud, you know. And everyone I know would be loving it. If I put it on, everyone loves it, you know. I've always loved it. I can't remember a time I didn't love that song. Yeah, I was looking at on YouTube today earlier on. I was thinking, I saw the video. It was like 12 years old or so, you know, grainy and everything, but it was still banging, you know. So I love it. I just love it. It's inspirational. I love it. Makes me feel inspired. You know, it also reminds me that you can come through struggle. It is possible to come through struggle and be the best version of yourself. So yeah, I love it. That's all I've got to say about it. Everyone knows that song.
What a tune. The walls vibrate. I actually bought that album and Etana's album at the airport. I'm pretty sure I bought them at the same time.
Wow.
Because that song was, you're right, on repeat. Yeah. How could it not be? And every time you say, we have the thing, them.
That's it.
Then everybody takes over
in the kitchen. With the Alexa, I'm telling Alexa, repeat this song. I'm repeating the song. And it just keeps on. So good.
Karen, because I'm a bit iffy on my number 10. Would you like to go next?
Okay. So as it's now, this is an artist I've discovered quite recently. Her name is Alex Isley. So she is the, I think, daughter, niece or something of Ron Isley.
Yeah.
One of the Isley
brothers.
Yeah. And I just love her voice. It is just so beautiful. I love it. I love her voice. And the song is called Love Again. So yes, that's quite telling in itself, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it is. Tell us more.
Say some more.
Yeah, tell us more. Is it giving you strength? You're going to find love again, or what's it saying to you?
So the song she's basically saying, having met this person, he made her feel as if love is possible. A bit like what you were saying earlier, that, you know, you make me feel as if I can love again. And those are the lyrics of the song. And it's just beautiful. And it gives hope, possibility, especially, you know, having not been in a relationship for a long time. And then, just sort of having your senses awakened by someone that brings forth new possibilities. So that's what that song is about. And do have a little listen. It is just beautiful. Love her voice.
Okay.
And it's really, it's quite current. I don't know how new it is, but it just brings me to this point in my life where I am currently. Yeah. It's okay.
I have heard it. I will enjoy it.
Yes. Have a little listen.
I'm I'm a bit stuck on my number 10 because at first it was blank because I thought my life isn't over. I don't know what I would want to be hearing at the end of my life. And then I thought, well, actually, I do have the fantasy that I will be surrounded by my loved ones at the end of my life. That's my fantasy. I said that before in another episode, didn't I? That I would like to know and prepare and do my letting go. So I'm going to stay with that fantasy. And the song that I would want to hear while I'm traveling and the ancestors come to greet me, Precious Lord, Take My Hand. But the version as sung by Oakwood Choir, the Aeolians of Oakwood University, that version of Precious Lord is breathtaking. I feel quite old anyway. I feel quite ancient, like I've been here before anyway. So that song speaks, it goes on a deeper level than just what I can hear. No matter what version of it. I had 10 versions of Precious Lord. I listened to all of them and be moved by all of them. But if I were at the end of my life, this version, it's got to be this version. And I can't think of a better way to go.
Yeah. It's interesting. I find it really interesting that you've chosen quite a few gospel songs, given your relationship with the church.
Yeah, good point.
But see, the church is
different.
Religion is bad for you and nothing to do with God or divinity. So even though they're sung in church, they don't belong to church. I still do have a relationship with the divine, the creator. I do. Which is why gospel will always ground me and bring me back to myself. But put that same gospel in church and I'm not there. Not happening.
Okay. It's the institution, I suppose, as opposed to the divine. I get that. I hear that separation. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have a listen of that one as well.
That version is.
Yeah.
I have a thing for music that feels like perfection. And if you've ever heard the Aeolians sing, ooh. Yeah, they take it to next level. They've won awards. They've traveled the world. They've won awards.
Oh, wow.
For their vocal performances. So, but if I were to think of number 10 as in the now, it probably would be a jazz, Gregory Porter, one of his jazz songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I actually wanted, just in case my kids start to act up if I die, do remind them, this is the song. So I'm putting it out there. It's recorded now, Erin and Aaliyah. It is out there in the ether. This song better play at my funeral. So that's why I'm choosing it. So it's out there. I have witnesses, right? I said what I said. That song.
I'll have to have a listen.
Yeah.
To that particular version that you mentioned, yeah.
Yeah. The Aeolians, they are, stunning vocally. So, any honorable mentions, lady? Karen slid one in, Sarah. So, do you have an honorable mention that you want to slide in?
Not that I can think of. Off the top of my head, I don't.
Mine would be I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston.
Yep. I do.
Timeless, isn't it?
I think Whitney Houston. I've got. Hang on. I'm just checking my YouTube playlist. Because I know I've got probably
no better place to be.
Yeah, I got it on my feel good playlist. Oh yeah, Whitney Houston, Run to You. I love that. And Randy Crawford, One Day I'll Fly Away. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Beautiful again.
Yeah.
Old, very, very old, that song.
It is an old song.
Yeah. But just sang, the way it's sung, I've not heard people singing like that these days. All the artists we're talking about, I think it's rare, I feel, these days to have a quality artist with a natural talent. I mean, there's been no one else like Whitney, has there? Like, Amy Winehouse. There's been no one else like that since those people. Everything's just synthesized and, maybe I'm showing my age here, but raw talent, it seems to be hard.
I'll tell you what, at the moment, there are some amazing artists out there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, okay, Whitney was a ballad singer, wasn't she? So it's difficult to compare anyone to Whitney, to be fair.
Mariah, those kind of people. It's just will never.
But I think in terms of like the R&B that is out there now, those sorts of, I've heard some amazing artists, and it's not synthesized; they're just beautiful singers. I mean, I personally think that her beautiful voice. Is she like Whitney? Of course not. I wouldn't compare them, but I'm saying that there's amazing talent out there right now. So yeah, I don't know. I do hear quite a few
Jennifer
singers.
Hudson for me, that voice is
Jennifer Hudson, good point.
Insane. She can sing anything. Ledisi. Oh yeah, the girls are out there doing it. But I don't think they have a massive platform. Like, you're not going to hear her on KMFM.
No, it's not that. No, because it's not as commercial, is it? It's not that commercial. But honestly, I've heard so many, I don't know, female and male artists that are killing it. Absolutely, vocally,
I'm sure they're out there. I just wish they were brought to the surface a bit more. So it should be on KMFM. I feel they should be featured on KMFM rather than the crap they churn out. That no one's
but the thing is, I don't want them on KMFM, to be fair. No, I don't, because I tell you why. It's not that I don't want them to be out there so people can hear them.
Right.
I don't assume KMFM to me is just bubblegum.
Exactly.
Music, isn't it? It's just, and I don't even want them to be associated with that kind of music. You know what I mean? So I quite like that they are, if you know, you know.
You know, yeah.
If you know, you know. Don't need them on
here. Like country music, Carrie Underwood, but also there's a new group in town, Chapel Heart, 3 black girls singing country.
Yes. Are they the girls who sang
on America's Got Talent? And they sang Dolly Parton's song, Jolene.
It was like it was called Jolene, wasn't it? But it was like the answer, like an update. I thought it sensational.
It was like an answer to Jolene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dolly Parton actually responded.
Did she? What did she say?
Yeah, she tweeted and responded. And then other country singers are saying, I can't wait to hear what you do with my song.
It was so good because actually their voices are amazing. I mean, the lead singer, she can blow, right?
Right.
But what they did with it, because it was an original song, they'd written that. And I thought it was exceptional. It was so good. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. So my last, can I sneak in my last one? My sort of
not the honorable mention, go for it, Karen.
Why not?
I'm really cheating now. But this one is Addictive Love, BB and CeCe Winans.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what that is. Why don't I know that? I probably might do if I heard it.
BB and CeCe, though.
Yes, that's it. BB and CeCe, come on, Kane. You know,
legends.
Absolutely.
Legends. And that's, you would let them, Sarah. They're brother and sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were on the same circuit as Whitney Houston.
Oh,
they
really?
sang together, they sang together.
But it's gospel, though, isn't it?
But it's gospel.
It's not so commercial. But this song just encapsulates, I don't know, my friendship, I don't know, it's just a real feel-good song. If we're out, I'm with my girls and they play that's a scream for us. You know, we're in our element. Love that song.
I feel a party coming on, you know.
Absolutely.
This is 30 songs. Aaliyah's going to put together a playlist. They will be on our YouTube channel. Excellent. So listeners, you can just select one of our playlists, mix and mash, go for it, enjoy our music. This feels like we've given you a little part of ourselves. I don't know how you feel, ladies, but I feel like I've shared a little part of myself.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's it for this week. Karen, would you share our social media details? Yeah, give me that look. Sarah, do you know it?
Yeah, I think it's so our Instagram's at Beautifully Melanated Podcast, and our email is beautifullymelanatedpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, see what she said.
YouTube channel. So what Sarah said.
On our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. Same name, Beautifully Melanated Podcast.
Have you guys listened to any of the episodes or watched the visuals? Shame on you.
Friend actually commented when we met last night. She said, "Oh my goodness, you're on YouTube."
Yeah.
And I said, "Yes." I said, "Have you seen it?" She said, "It is amazing." She said,
"It is."
She's been listening to the episodes via YouTube, and she loves it.
Good. I've seen one of them. Yeah, I've seen one of them, but I think I need to look at more of it, because when it comes up on the screen, my daughter's already saying, "Oh, Mum, look, you guys are up there."
Yeah.
So she said, I'm gonna listen to that. I was like, okay, let's just see what episode to show. But yeah, definitely. Please subscribe to us, guys. Definitely at Beauty Melanated Podcast on YouTube.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. See you next week when we will be back with the mental health series. And we do have a guest for you. No spoilers. You'll have to join us to hear. So in the meantime, have a good week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Beautifully.